Good evening, everyone out there in speed gaming land. We have a great final race here of week 2 of our 4th season of Randomizer League. This is Team I Only Know How to Superjump versus Southern Route. We've got Beefrover versus Zost. We've got a great race coming at you tonight, and I am joined here by Kip. How you doing, Kip?
Hey, DJ, I'm doing great. Really excited about this. This is going to be a really great match. Beef Rover versus Zost. Zost is on my team, and we actually have some pretty cool stakes here. If Zost wins tonight, our team will stand atop the Criteria division standings as the only undefeated team left in our division. So hopefully, we'll see a good race, and we'll see what happens. But team I Only Know How to Super Jump is also one of the really, really strong teams in our division. So we were really excited to race them this week.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate in the first race. There was an early death that kind of set the tone. But this one, yeah, two of the top teams in your division for sure. I'm really looking forward to this one. They are off, and our settings this week are a full countdown and a full area. I'll tell you about the countdown. Let Kip tell you about the area. The items are fully shuffled. Any item could be anywhere within the logical placement. And there's a countdown in our top left corner of the HUD. You see the crater 4. That means there are 4 unique items here in criteria. Of course, one of them is a morph ball, and none of them will be a suit.
That's right. And then full area, the simplest version is that there are 32 portals in the game in different door transitions that can connect to any of the other 32. And so it makes the actual map layout very, very interesting. So we've got 5 portals here in criteria, and then we'll kind of go from there. But obviously, when you're talking about sort of traditional vanilla map, usually the speed of the seed is sort of dictated by the items. Here, it's dictated by not only the items but how the literal map is set up as well. So yeah, let's see what we end up with here.
Yeah, so a quick morph ball in the vanilla location, some more vanilla missiles. The biggest intrigue when you're down here in Retro Brinstar, whether or not you get a power bomb determines a lot of things. Obviously, there's a couple items up there locked behind them in Billy Mays, and then on the left side of Morph Ball, there's one of those transitions Kip was talking about. That knowledge and even where it goes, that can be extremely important. It can tell you a lot, and if you don't do it now, you kind of just want to end up back there from the other side. It's hard to get back to a lot of times.
So yeah, we actually already have one sort of, if we're about to start kind of getting into the meta here, we have one sort of intriguing thing that's already happened. We did not get an explosive in the first, or particularly a power bomb in the first 4 items. So that means that this portal over here to the left of the elevator is not going to be able to be checked. It could turn out that it ends up being, not important information. It could be that they find the other side of that portal, later as they're checking other portals. But since that one is kind of isolated, it's one of the more isolated ones in the game. Typically, you don't want to come back down here. On top of that, because they don't have an explosive, they can't check a few of the items like Mother Brain Missile. So I think there are 5 items left down there, or maybe 4. I think 4 items left at the bottom of this part of the map that technically could be one of those 3 majors. But anyway, we will find something that will progress us in some way at BT, and if we don't, then that means that the first portal they'll have to take is at the crabs over to the right of the ship.
Yep, those explosives, they definitely, you want them early and you want them often. Obviously, with a full item randomizer, we have to, check a lot more potential item spots where our important items could be. An E-Tank there at BT, that is, E-Tanks early, that's when you want to find them. You don't want to be running around on 99 for a long time. But yeah, we're going to the right, and we're going to go down the crab hole.
Yeah, so basically the way this map is going to work is it is funneling the the players. It's forcing the players to take this one specific. I like to say by Zos, by the way. But anyway, it's forcing the players to take one specific route, and it could be that we don't see criteria again for a little while, but you'll see that Beefy ran right by and kind of gained some time because he didn't take the save. I think that's a perfectly fine play too, but there's a lot of tricky things that can happen in area. And I'm a big fan of taking a save every so often, especially right after the beginning of the game.
The first tricky things, and obviously that E tank really helps out with this, but crabs hurt. You know, these are Meridia enemies. We've got power suit, so definitely every runner, your favorite runner, is fall into an enemy crab that's been in a bad place. We're in a red tower right now with one major and already a little divergence. We got area information on Zoe's side, and Beefy's going to the alpha power bombs for one of 2 item checks.
If this is a power bomb, this is going to end up being potentially a little bit okay. Yeah. So Zost is probably going to go back and check the item. He could technically continue, but what's going to end up happening here is they kind of have 2 choices. I think the safe choice is to go back to Criteria with your speed booster and then go over to the left side and get the Terminator and check those portals. Technically, though, at the red fish, top of red fish, like West Meridia stuff, you could actually fall down and check 2 more portals, but this early without a save, I don't know how much I would recommend that.
Zost is taking that save. Yeah, that speed booster, that's a very, very powerful item in every randomizer mode, setting, map, area, whatever. Like, you know, obviously it makes you run faster, and then on the other end, opens up several checks, some of them specifically behind speed blocks, other ones you need movement items like Criteria Powerbomb up there.
Oh, looks like Zost didn't get that item, did he?
No, he looks like he just kind of wants to see where this goes. Or at least that's a hunch that I have. But yeah, you can fall down here. There's a chance that it wanted you to do this. Obviously, you want the speed booster regardless, but there's a chance that he checks, yeah, this minor item, which we've been told is not in logic just falling down, but it could be a power bomb, which you would want, and then, oh goodness, it could be gravity suit.
Sorry, I have to laugh at this. This whole situation is just preposterous in terms of full countdown area first 5 or 6 minutes. But yeah, that's a nice find.
I think you might have been able to hear in my voice that I wasn't prepared to say those words out loud. Like, what? That is an absolutely insane find at 6 minutes. When, yeah, I mean, Beefy over here on the left, I think most randomizer players would have done exactly this. And we're just gonna, how long until you get that gravity? Because that's the one you want to fall down from.
I would say under normal circumstances, and you know, it looks like Beefy also got plasma already. Under normal circumstances, I would say it's unlikely for him to find that for a while. However, man, Zo's going straight to the 2 items in West Meridia. Grapple's also a really nice thing to find. But the other situation here, though, is how long is it going to be before Zost gets back to Red Tower to get the speed booster? I don't actually think this is that big of a deal. It's going to be kind of difficult to explain this. There are certain situations with area where you picking up a powerful item even a little while after your opponent actually sort of doesn't really matter, depending on how the routing goes. So it's not a huge deal that Beefy has speed right now, but it depends on how much longer it takes for Zeus to get back to it.
Yeah, he also did a mid-air morph to try and go towards Waterhole. He made that look really easy, and then he didn't do the wall jump, which is arguably easier. But yeah, no item checks over there. Got both majors very quickly, but yeah, we want more E-tanks and definitely a power bomb. We want a power bomb for sure. None of those on Beefy's side either. He's back at the other side of Red Bird Star.
I kind of wish Zeus would have at least checked that item right there. You can see the item at Moat without jumping across. Also, he has grapple, so it wouldn't matter anyway. But
and gravity.
But it's fine. You know, that's a small detail.
Yeah, so the one thing, if Zost ends up somewhere else in Red Tower, there's obviously where they entered Red Tower, you can't get out of there without a power bomb, but he knows both of those area transitions, so it's not possible for him to get stuck up there. Croc 1 over on Beefy's side.
It's going to be wild if a power bomb is up here because he picked up grapple, he can actually get the Mama Turtle item. I don't know. A lot of people might not be aware of that. You can get the item up there without any other items because you can do like a crouch jump with the grapple to get up there. But anyway, it's going to be really funny if it's a power bomb. He's not even going to do that. He's just going to do the wall jump method, which is really nice too. Early E-Tank's great though. I'd say the first 2, 3, or 4 E-Tanks are really, really critical in Countdown. Very powerful to run across an extra one there.
Yeah, again, I wasn't ready for this level of intrigue and divergence and item disparity so early like this. And obviously with these players, Beefy, obviously no slouch in his own right as far as Randomizer, did well in the tournament last summer. And he likes to joke around. The Superjump team name is at least an homage to him, if not some of his other teammates. But you're going up against those two is obviously one of the, if not the most accomplished vanilla runners. But a good randomizer runner in his own right. Obviously, with Kip and Gallo won the league last year, so you're not playing around here like I've got time to waste. I've got things I can do. You're trying to run your race for sure in this scenario.
That's true. And one thing I will say, I really like what Beefy did in terms of he farmed the Kago right next to the G4 portal. That's a play that I like to make a lot of times at the beginning of races. Looks like Zost is resetting to before he got grapple.
Yeah, grapple is just right above him if he wants to pick it up again. But
and now he's leaving it behind.
I know he ended up in East Meridio, down there, I think at the bottom of Main Street, and then I don't know where exactly that was, but obviously with the gravity suit he could have gotten out of there. But yeah, reset. I'm shocked about not picking up the grapple, but otherwise we're back here in Criteria. Crocomire being fought by Beef Robber. This is we want power bombs. We keep saying that. This is definitely a place where you can get not 2 of the items, and one of them is no speed booster. You can get everything easily, and except for that E-Tank over on the right side.
Yeah, got to be real careful about that. He actually can do it with 1 tank, but you have to do it a very specific way. Anyway.
And yeah, Zo's back at the ship and still doesn't have that speed booster. Things are wild here tonight. Yeah, the experienced player here. That's definitely short enough for a short charge this area, I'm assuming, which it looks like is what Beefy's trying to do. Otherwise, that jump is really hard if you don't have high jump.
Oh, unfortunate there. Yeah, it's not too bad of a short charge. I'm not great at short charging, but that one's not too bad. You can actually get up there just by deboosting off those bugs, but it takes a very specific type of setup. Don't go in there, Zeus. You can't get the item. There we go. Go get the other one. Go get the other item.
So yeah, Beefy's over here at Croc Power Bomb does not give him the power bomb that he definitely is looking for, and Zo's finally picking up that speed booster. More saving going on, and yeah, there's what happened somewhere over there on the left of Criteria. That's how Beefy got into the rest of this red tower. I'm assuming Zost may be finding his way there somehow, and that's gonna open up some more stuff. But yeah, if it's feeling like this may just be the play it wants you to do for the power bombs, unless something that Zost didn't check in Meridia ends up having them. But yeah, but the gravity's not in logic, so that barely matters.
Do people actually think about the logic when they're playing? I thought Super Metroid players, I didn't think we were smart enough. I thought we just mash buttons, right? You just mash buttons until you're finished.
A lot of L, a lot of R on the top of your SNES controller, and yeah, who knows? But yeah, power bombs, some anger missiles from Beefy. I appreciate that a little bit. He green gate glitched back here, which again I said he didn't have to do that with the speed booster that he's got. That is a tighter short charge right here if you don't power bomb those blocks out, but that is doable. to jump here and as well to shine spark up to this item, which,
Ooh.
yeah, those you want.
Also, just finding those power bombs, I mean, for all we know, that might have been the logical power bomb, you know?
That is definitely going to be two good finds here for Beefy. You don't want to run around with speed and no high jump forever. 14 minutes and you got them both now, so that's good. And the power bomb, that's gonna unlock anywhere that you wanted to go that isn't, locked behind some suit that you don't have yet.
Right now, Beefy has a lot more information than Zost, but obviously that sort of out of logic gravity suit very, very early is just mega huge. Doesn't mean it's going to end up giving him a massive advantage. It kind of depends on what ends up happening probably over the next 10 to 15 minutes with Beefy, but yeah, both runners in very, very different situations right now.
Yeah, and of course my area tracking has gone not well because I was not focused on it at the beginning of the season. I think this Crocomire is in red tower. We're about to find that out. So Zost is also close to this. Yeah, unless he goes back to the Meridia that he half explored, that's like his only option because obviously the tube is a power bomb. And he found the major there. Yeah, I'm definitely done guessing what they're going to do at this point. I don't know.
Well, at least we got some interesting sync happening here. One player's got power bombs and high jump boots. The other player has gravity suit. That's kind of an interesting early situation. Brought to you by the Area Randomizer.
Upper Norfair 1 there at the tube. Croc entry, Upper Norfair 1. Trying to get my items situated over here on the tracker, but yeah, so with no E-tanks to Hell Run and Upper Norfair, that to me says either Beefy's gonna fall down Meridia or he's gonna go to meme route, right? Those are his options.
Oh, by the way, there's that Spazer and another E-tank behind Gauntlet. Yeah, I guess. I have a really hard time tracking stuff when I'm doing comms. So I'll just trust you.
Jestro will definitely keep me in line if I track something wrong 5 different times in one single seed like I did earlier. So shout out to Jestro, our tracker. He's putting in a lot of work basically every day here for us on the Randomizer League. And yeah, majors down here in criteria. There's still 2 more. Zost is I guess he's doing that old mother brain speed booster trick.
What is he? Where is he going?
Yeah, that's all I can think of. There's that speed booster trick you can do at old mother brain to keep blue and get that item.
Oh, that's definitely not a logical decision.
Yeah, he just didn't go anywhere else in Red Tower. He didn't venture up towards that door, which is where Croc is. And yeah, that's he saw East Meridia when he reset. So with the gravity and the speed, obviously you don't want to. Well, no, because even with speed booster, unless you get some crazy blue keep, you're not breaking those bomb blocks. Sparking back up. Definitely, maybe a little frazzled, a little confused, a little angry that he hasn't found a power bomb yet.
Yeah, the game gets really, really strange in area when you don't find explosives, for a while. So he's probably racking his brain to figure out where all he can check to try to find something.
Yeah, and like that earlier when he went trying to go towards watering hole, I was a little confused why he didn't try to master out those wall jumps. But they're having fun with this, and yeah, speed booster, arguably makes that worse. But you can definitely get up to watering hole if you've got the gravity suit, and yeah, that grapple is also very helpful. But I just don't know. Maybe he wants Main Street missiles. Yep. So there's another West Meridia portal for Beefy who could do something with that with this high jump, but because you know where Redfish is, well, it's a little bit better definitely to do that portal. But I think with just high jump. Nah, I think you need ice to do that crab jump up to beach.
I'm kind of missing something. Somebody needs to remind me because Zeus did not go all the way to Watering Hole earlier, but he did the hard trick to get through the little crevice. Can you literally not get up there without with no items? I thought that you could. I thought you could do some wall jumps to get up there.
That's also what I thought. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, just some more supers there at Main Street Missiles. Beefy's heading down and clearing out the rest of this criteria. Definitely could find some items down here. Obviously, you got the two best movement items. Beams probably would be the next best thing you could find down here in criteria, and then yeah, meme route. That's our area of intrigue right now. Green Brinstar feels kind of likely. I don't know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I also just had a really dumb idea, which is that if just Spring Ball or Ice is in criteria, this gravity's already in logic. But yeah, that I said it out loud. Now it feels a little bit less likely than I thought it was. This is.
By the way, Beefy needs to be careful right here because if this is like for example, okay, he's picking. Oh, if this is like Lower Norfair or something, then he's not gonna be able to. Like, it's gonna be harder, I guess, for him to get out. He can since he's got speed booster. It's just gonna take a little bit extra time. Oh, this is a nice find.
Yeah, wreck ship, but nothing.
This is vanilla bosses, right? So he's guaranteed to get a Fantoon here?
Correct. And yeah, I chuckled a little bit because I was talking about that spring ball and it showed up right on Beefy's side for the to my knowledge, gravity is now in logic because you could fall down from there and still get back up with the high jump and the spring ball. So what on earth is going on? I do not know. But wait a minute. No. Yeah, power bombs. We got power bombs.
You know, it says 0 wreck ship, but it still might be that there could be some energy tanks here, you know, that are needed.
Yeah, we definitely saw one Upper Norfolk portal on Beefy's side at the tube. So, yeah, some E-tanks will be nice. But again, this is racking my brain with all of the crazy places that the seed is taking. I want to say now that, like, yeah, we have gravity, we have speed, and we have power bombs, and we found East Meridia somewhere at the bottom of West Meridia. Like, this, and obviously there's the transition on the other side of this wreck ship. And Zost again didn't get grapple, and he's going back. Maybe. Beefy taking it pretty safe here on this this Fantu fight. I like this farming actually. He's got a lot of energy drops over there. That's good.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Definitely, this is obviously, you know, new route health with movement items like you're in old route, so that maybe it tricks you up a little bit on your muscle memory, but this is definitely a fight that Beefy's more than capable of and doing a good job right now.
Has Zost checked the map station portal yet?
Like I said, I know he went down to Main Street, and I don't know if he went also again down to map. But yeah, one of those two is definitely Aqueduct, and the other one I'm not sure. Another reset. He's very confused about what's going on.
Oh, it was the Aqueduct. Okay, cool. That's why he reset earlier.
He had gravity. You can get out of there. I don't know.
And did you say Croc was just the red tower? Maybe he just doesn't remember or doesn't realize he hasn't checked the red tower one yet. Maybe he mismarked it on his tracker or something.
Yeah, just red tower right above X-ray. That's where Croc is. And again, those are the only power bombs we found. And Zost has now seen everything here in West Meridia. He doesn't have it all. as the one will tell you. But I don't know. I don't know where he's going. Hopefully, it's back to Red Tower. Yeah, like we said, and we're gonna see how much Beefy clears out of here in Wreck Ship. You definitely don't have to do everything.
I have never in my entire life. Y'all gotta understand, okay? That was basically a low ice strat, but he had speed booster on. I have never in my entire life like tried that before, and like he was just like completely propelling across the room, and then he realized that he was going too far and he had to boomerang back. That was awesome. I'm gonna have to get in the practice ROM and try that later.
Yeah, ooh, good heads up play here. Beefy down to one power bomb. These little atom looking things. I guess what are those called? Because they're not atomics. Atomics are the other things in like Norfair. But yeah, good power bomb farm. Heads up play right there.
Yeah, clearly something has got to be up because Zost is he must have tracked something wrong, because he clearly right now doesn't realize that there's a portal he can go to that he doesn't know that he does have access to, because if he realized that, he would go to it.
Yeah, and Nevdi in chat, Zos definitely did go to the left side of Terminator and end up in Red Tower. He just didn't finish it out for reasons we can't surmise.
This is also why, if I were in his position, I wouldn't have reset like a long time ago when he found Aqueduct. I'm not sure why he took that reset, because all he had to do was gravity jump back out of the map station, and he would have kept all the items that he had collected, including grapple and the 2 items here. So basically, the last I don't know, 10
minutes ish.
10 minutes, yeah. He's made like 0 progress.
Beefy, to me, this play signals a portal check over here on the right side of Wreck Ship. You can obviously get this E-Tank item on your way, but yeah, the high jump boots and as well as the spring ball is definitely going to help him out over there. That added platform and the area randomizer patch layouts allow you to get from left to right without needing the gravity suit 100%.
That was a really excellent job this time. He basically did what Azure was talking about in chat, where he basically broke out a spin to cut the momentum instead of boomeranging back. So that was really cool. We got to see it twice in one race.
Okay, so knowledge is being gained by Beefrobber. Zost we're not as sure about. Taking it easy. Again, 2 E-Tanks, not the biggest danger zone, but definitely don't wanna mess around and get hit by a fish or two. And yeah, I'm curious about a lot of things in this seed. I'm curious again when Beefrobber eventually is gonna get back into West Meridia, and what he's thinking about that spring ball that he found, and also when Zost figures out what he needs to do, which is
Zost
into Red Tower.
He can't hear me, but he needs to just relax, because I can tell, and this happens sometimes with like with runners as they're like dealing with complicated situations. Like, I think he's being overloaded with information basically right now, because like he's going back and forth into the same sections like multiple times, you know what I'm saying? And so like I'm sure at this point that like really gets to you, because you feel like, oh my god, like I've been wasting all this time, my opponent must be ahead of me. But the reality is, honestly, when it comes to area randomizer locations, that's not always the case. Also, I don't know what he's trying to do here.
Check the first item of Terminator or not Terminator Gauntlet, and then do the reverse spark out. That's my best guess. But on the other side, Green Brinstar 3 for Beefy at the other side of Wreck Ship.
This is a like really way out of logic play. He'll get bailed out if it's bombs or a power bomb at Gauntlet, but if it's not, then this is Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, so as you saw, he sparked to open the bomb blocks, and then he opened the door. Then he refilled all of his health, and he's gonna do this, and that even if he wanted this item, the health is probably barely enough. I don't know. But yeah, this is a crazy play, and he's probably just resetting to the ship.
Is this actually a logical play? I have never in my entire life ever seen that before, Cineseed.
So part of me wants to say no. Part of me wants to say that there is exit logic in this randomizer, which means it can tell you to go somewhere that you can't get back from and give you something that will allow you to get back.
I'm just saying, Idle said that what Zos is doing is in logic, and I believe what people say in the chat. I've just literally never, and I've played tons and tons and tons of these. I've never seen that come up before.
Yeah, that feels like something that like we play early morph. If there was a late morph seed, that to me signals like, spark in there, get your morph ball. You've already got bombs, and now you can do stuff. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, again, I'm not 100% sure. He is headed towards where he needs to go in Red Tower. And yeah, there was one mention in chat from Nevdi that I wanted to point out. If he is not, remembering correctly, those layout changes in Red Tower on the left, they remove some blocks so you can wall jump up there with nothing. If he doesn't remember that, he might not think he can get up Red Tower, and that would be a problem. And he's not doing anything here in Upper Norfair because those are bomb blocks.
I am convinced that he has mislabeled his tracker, because he is literally like 3 rooms away from a portal that he has literally not checked. And like, it would have been, he basically exhausted every possible other thing he could have done like 10 minutes ago. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason that he wouldn't go there unless he's confused about what it is. So I feel like maybe what he did is maybe he marked the Meridia exit or the red elevator incorrectly.
Yeah, some supers fired at the ship there. He's been there a few times, and he's not having a lot of that. But yeah, stopping, thinking. We're just hoping he can find his way through something. And yeah, and if I knew where Main Street went, it seems like he hasn't tried to go back there even after picking up Speed Booster and returning to West Meridia. So that to me signals he doesn't think anything there is profitable. But I don't remember where it goes. Oh, Turian, yeah, yeah, definitely can't do anything there.
All right, so we got 2 green Brinstar items left. What do you think we're going to see here?
Oh, what do I think we're gonna see here? Well, we saw Spazer and Criteria. That's correct. So that's gone. I'm feeling probably Charge and maybe Space Jump. If you're gonna put me on the spot like that. He has been on this platform multiple times. He's going down. Yeah, and like I was talking about with those blocks in Aqueduct, which are normally power bomb blocks, are changed to bomb blocks in area. But even with that change, because of
this,
because of the way that
this, I'm sorry, he even has. He's already got this.
Yeah, because of the way that those door transitions are set up, and even if it wasn't like that, it would be a odd and hard play. Like, you cannot possibly break those bomb blocks with just the speed booster that he has. So yeah, he has one play, and he hasn't been able to figure it out. He is I will say that if you're not sure, double checking is good, but some of this stuff is triple and quadruple checked at this point. The Turian notwithstanding, that's definitely only the second time he's seen that. And then we're coming down here.
And I think he's rolling into a dead end right here too, right?
On the right side, yeah, that's the separation of East and West Meridian. Whoa! Do you see that on the right side? Despite being in the same area, that showed you the East Meridian item count. I did not know
Really?
that. That seems like something that maybe they could. It seems like almost like an oversight, if I had to guess. But yeah, as you can see, we ended up right here in East Meridian anyway, and you can see the 3, so it's not in this exact situation. It's really not a big deal, but that is it's definitely interesting that it treats that one room. It thinks it's East Meridian. One more item, Beef Robber found that ice beam. So yeah, again with the suitless logic that I was talking about to make that gravity suit be a viable check, we're well within those bounds. And Beef Robber is gonna have to get back there at some point and try to get out this final item in Greenburn Star. In the meantime, 45, 45, 15 ammo. It's a good place to be in at this point of the seed. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's been a tough one for honestly for both of them. Screw Attack, that's the final major. But Beefy's definitely he's been moving forward. Like you said, it's been several minutes since those just progressed in any way. Only 2 E-tanks is maybe not the best for Beefy.
Yeah, the good thing about his ammo situation is, obviously, if he runs into charge, it'll be, perfectly fine. He would have full beam combination, but he's already pretty close and can kind of just run into stuff along the way to get to, what do you call it? Like, ammo kill for Mother Brain. But also, so far we haven't collected a Very suit. I'm anticipating that he's probably going to find it, especially given how troll of a situation Gravity was in. But at the same time, the more ammo you have, the more, I guess, you're sort of tempted or incentivized to try Lower Norfair Hell Run play, especially with vanilla bosses. So anyway, we'll see.
The fact is, Zos just getting blue without even breaking these blocks is a little unfair, if I'm being honest. Like, that is a really short charge that he's doing right now. Yeah, I mean, given what we've seen that East Meridian 3, that seems to me like a pretty likely Various spot. Beefy found the other end of that, the Forgotten Highway side up there at Green Elevator. Definitely you don't want to take that route suitless, but possible, I'm pretty sure, especially since you got high jump and spring ball and ice and everything.
Dude, it's going to be absolutely epic if this ends up being a power bomb at Mother Brain missiles. But I don't think it is. Didn't Beefy get it earlier? I think it was just a regular missile or maybe an E-tank.
Yeah, in chat, just missiles. Thank you to our tracker gesture as well as everyone else. We're in Upper Norfair. Movement items are good. Energy is not, but we're gonna see if we can make it to Woe Mountain. Ooh, nice free strat. I like that. Ooh. Got the vertical blocks from Zos, but not the horizontal ones.
Yeah, Beefy, that's what I kind of referenced it at the beginning of the race. Upper Norfair and full countdown is kind of a tough situation because a lot of times you won't have as many E-tanks. So yeah, it's not a good situation to be in.
And yeah, 2 tanks is definitely not, your ideal scenario, but you could save scum a pretty good amount, and you can see. I would have a hard time thinking wave. You could see, but the 3 at Norfair Reserve and the 2 at Speed, I feel like you could definitely see those, and an E-tank there would be able to get you out. And the Crystal Flash scenario, he's got 15 power bombs and plenty of the rest of the ammo. So if he does find something good, and there's a chance the Various suit is the one item here, he could be in good shape. But we're gonna have to watch and see, and see if he can conquer King Kak. 0 for 1. So yeah, Zos got the extremely hard trick that he was looking for, and he was not rewarded. And he's gonna go down an elevator and not have anything to do because it's power bomb blocks everywhere.
Yeah, there's literally nothing that he can do down here. See, the thing about it is like, I guess to kind of put on the critical coach hat for a minute, it's like all the stuff that he's trying is stuff that the seed would never ever force. And so, like, when you get in a situation like this, the first thing you have to think is, I must have done something wrong on the tracker, because do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's literally nothing else left that you could be asked to do logically. So yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take him to figure out that he hasn't checked all the portals yet.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, if you're used to vanilla speedruns especially, but also just the vanilla map randomizer, there's definitely more changes to the terrain, you know, from vanilla game to randomizer, and then from vanilla map to area. So that looked like to me he was checking. He's like, maybe, you know, this crumble block in Billy Mays doesn't exist, and even if that was the case, he would have to like charge or shine spark, roll under, and make it in there, and then hope there's something up there to get him out. That's again a crazy play, but he's been trying crazy plays at this point, and we're at 40 minutes. We've seen Fantoon on Beef Robber's side. We know where Dragon is and what the path to be able to kill Dragon is, but other than that, it's a slow roller for both runners right now, but unfortunately on Zo's end, a little bit self-induced.
Yo, charge beam. Let's go.
Back to the right. Ooh, if that missile was a health drop, he'd have been fine. 3 energy. Way to go, Beefy.
We're living
on the edge, living on a prayer. That was very well executed. And yeah, I think not taking the hit was definitely the right play. What else do we want from Beef Robber here? He's got the ability to, well, for one, farm. He needs more health. But we've seen a few doors in Norfair for sure. I don't have them all tracked, of course, but I don't think we've been to the left side. So yeah, could definitely find some good stuff over here, especially, you know, another tank wouldn't hurt, and then 2 transitions at the top up that elevator. Crazy how we talked, you know, 6 minutes in and we see that crazy gravity suit location. You're thinking, man, Zos, what a play! You're in a good position. That has absolutely destroyed his ability to do this seed so far, because he's been able to run around Meridia for 20 minutes, unfortunately.
Yeah, but the ironic thing is, like, none of those portals led to anything.
Yeah, one of them's Norfair, one of them's Turian, and the other one is East Meridia. And yeah, back to the left. Yeah, and the weird thing about it is, like, if you don't think you can get up Red Tower, you could try, right? Like, all you have to do is wall jump and see what's going on. And as some people pointed out, there's also a Red Tower short charge that you sometimes see in Bingo that is possible. And, you know, of all the hard things that he's tried, that might be easier than a few of them. But yeah, here we are in Red Bryn, Kraid Vanilla with 1 major. And yeah, Beefy's in the zone. Beefy's figuring out what's going on.
All right, I think Zos has finally put it together here.
Yeah, this is a room he hasn't been in. He's yeah, he sees it. He saw the change. He's firing supers everywhere. And yeah, this is where Crocomire is, and those are power bombs at Grapple Beam. He's very unhappy with every door in this area. Crazy because there's this outside chance that he's like actually fine.
He's not even out of this race is the funny part. Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot imagine that that's the case where you are right now. Like we said, it's been 25-30 minutes since he's been and done anything productive. But like, if you rush to East Meridia and Varia is there, and then you happen to charge beam in Norfair Reserve, like it, you're not even far behind Beefy. But yeah, like I said, he does not know where he is in this race, and he cannot imagine that that is possibly the case with just how long it took him to figure this one out. He's livid.
Well, we're gonna have a talk after this because I can forgive the missing the portal, but just absolutely, completely, blatantly blowing supers, not a winning strategy.
Health bomb right here. So again, firing all these supers is not being productive to his situation right now. But again, you do not have to gate glitch with that speed booster. You just got to do a tight short charge, and then this yeah, kill those enemies so you can run freely. Do you short charges? X-ray scope. That was a major at Kraid. Thank you very much for your generous donation to our item set.
So I'm sorry, what was it, Craig?
X-ray scope.
Oh, nice little microwave action.
And Super Jumper definitely is happy to see that that X-ray scope. Again, like, I'm not sure, especially the situation. You want to do well for your team. You're facing an extremely tough opponent. I'm not sure if we're gonna see that tonight, but it is beefy, and I'm not gonna put it past him for sure.
Ooh, all right. So Zos has the high jump boots. He's gonna have some new route movement now. That'll feel fresh for him, and he's probably not gonna be happy when he sees the power bombs over here at Grapple.
I would definitely expect one more super to be fired, as well as some mixed emotions, because you finally figured it out, but you probably feel like you should have figured it out. You fired a regular missile. That's not angry enough. And then he ran too far for the RBO mock ball that we all love. Yeah, I'm not. Coach Kip can tell us if he knows anything more about Zos mindset. There's a lot of different angles that as a runner you can take in this scenario. You can say I have to make the craziest play known to man because I've wasted 30 minutes, or you could say this was hard and there's a chance my opponent didn't find that gravity suit, which is the case, and you can try and just play this the way that you would normally play it and try to suppress all your anger, which isn't easy. This is a tough situation.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but yeah, this is, I think, why it's important to, this is why it's important to just play. Like that's actually something that our team has talked about. You really just need to play and not worry so much about what else is happening, because you don't have any control over what else is happening. And I've seen a lot of people sort of play themselves out of winning a seed because they think they got to make some crazy play to make up some time, when in actuality, like, their opponent did something, that cost them a lot of time too. So hopefully he'll just sort of calm down and get to business here. And obviously he's really, really far behind, but we still have that sort of, wild card gravity location. So yeah, we'll just see what happens.
Question in chat from Semi-Classical. Where Beefrobber should be headed is to the top of Red Tower. The elevator takes you to the top of Meridia. From there, he can fall down to Crab Supers. That's where Zost found that gravity suit. And from there, the world's your oyster. Again, I'm looking at those 3 East Meridia majors with our great movement and gravity suit, and I'm thinking that's a likely place for some progression. And otherwise, there might not be otherwise, actually, because we found the Norfair major, we found the Kraid major. Wreck ship's empty. Well, Norfair is empty, but wouldn't have Varia to begin with. The other West Meridia major is Grapple. So yeah, that is where Varia is.
I'm sorry, where is it again?
It's in East Meridia. There's no other option. Unless I'm forgetting something, and Jeshua will tell me. But yeah, to my knowledge, this is just East Meridia. And yeah, this was another option for Beefy to get into West Meridia. Ooh, Nice crouch spin jump. That is, yeah. Beefy's got tech for days. No one will ever question that. And this is gonna lead him up to grapple first, and then, yeah, crab super over on his left is gonna be where that gravity suit is. Bit of an unfortunate,
Double crab tech there.
yeah, bit of an unfortunate order to do this in, but yeah, excellent execution here in this suitless Meridia, and think you could just crouch up. Can you? I feel like you could crouch jump that, but he did fine. Those
Yeah, I
just
think
finally
he
getting some
crouched up the
total
last part.
knowledge. And wisely and good for his race situation. Zeus doesn't spend much any time in Norfair. Definitely not doing a bunch of hull runs. Finds this vanilla crade. This will be an easy kill. This is again a time to reset your mind. You know you've killed crade 100 times, so this is good for him. Crystal Flash, I like that for the health on Beefy's side. And then we can see it's if my deduction is correct about East Meridia, Beefy's just gonna fall into it, right? Like that's what's down there.
Yeah, what was it at Map Station, I believe?
Map station, yeah.
But I mean, you gotta assume he's probably gonna have the gravity suit by then, right?
I'm definitely hoping so. Yes, especially considering you're clearing out these items suitless. Like you're definitely gonna want to clear out all of them that you can, which is, not Main Street missiles, and that's it.
Yeah, as bad as that went, for the first however long for Zost, I kind of feel like at the end of the day, once you kind of like think about it and then just kind of take a deep breath, like it's really not that big of a deal. It's just one accidental sort of miscalculation on, or maybe mismarking on the tracker. And so it's not like there's some mega, race mistake that you made other than just sort of an accident. So I don't, it's not what you prefer, but in the long run, I don't think this is like actually a terrible situation, really.
Yeah, definitely. He got the crate quick after a little bit of a mishap on the initial setup, and yeah, Beefy with that save, and the grapple is gonna make it, that much easier to find his way over to Crab Supers if he chooses to use it. Oh, but he's going down first.
Yeah.
Don't fall too far. X-ray skip from Zeus.
I'm surprised by that.
Could be I'm trying to save as much time as I can. Could be just not feeling the X-ray. Again, we picked up grapple beam forever ago, reset it, and never went back. So I don't know what's that one about, but the X-ray is what it is. And yeah, E-tank over here as well as a missile, I believe, for Beefy. He's definitely feeling that E-tank. That's gonna feel good. Up to 3. You need 3.
Got a shout out to Beefy's lovely blue color there on the timer. I really like that.
And the 200 hit from Mama Turtle. That's gonna hurt, but yeah, 3 tanks. Beefy is he's doing all right for now, and yeah, you can kill these plasma pirates. So definitely not in as much danger as he could be in, but you don't wanna mess around up here. And yeah, I guess if you don't kill this fish, you could freeze it and get the door. That's obviously what we're wanting. I think you wanted to kill it actually. So yeah, again, unfortunate ordering here for Beefy, and it is either a double spring ball jump if he checks that downpour, but he's got a save, so this is going to be 2 checks, and I'm assuming a reset.
Did he save? Did he save at the top of Aqueduct or whatever?
Yeah.
He needs to be careful. I don't think he'll have much issue here, but every so often, if you're not careful with the plasma wave combo, trying to freeze stuff to climb, you can accidentally double hit and kill what you're trying to use. But the good news, it really doesn't matter because he's got spring ball as a backup.
Yeah, there we see the pause for the spring ball jump.
Obviously, you'd prefer to do the frozen strats if you can because it's going to be a little faster, but it's not like crazy faster, so this will be perfectly fine.
Zos has found Green Brinstar over here on that side. Those 3 majors, I'm assuming we're gonna see similar to what Beefy did over here. Some good items here, but definitely there was a wave at Waterway. I remember. Other than that, I don't remember the other 2, but definitely gonna be able to get them in a better position as far as ammo, especially. That's a 3rd power bomb for Crystal Flashes to be accessible, and then some good items.
Leaving the gravity behind for right now.
Yeah, and again, I'm very much assuming that we're resetting out of. Oh no, you know what he could do? Botswoon, of course, because you have high jump and ice.
You know what's going to be wild? It would be so crazy if Various Suit was at Botswoon.
Or if he doesn't save there. Oh, he's just going to sand pits right away? No, he's going to grapple jump, of course. Silly me.
By the way, does anybody else out there share an absolute hatred for the snails in this game? I hate those things.
So yeah, my knowledge of suitless stuff is mostly limited to what you want to do in a major minor scenario. So he's looking at that item. I don't know if you can do that clip suitless. I have to imagine probably. Seems like mechanically it's similar to the clip you do in Botswoon hallways, just with the snail. But
Shin has clearly not played any Super Metroid to say a preposterous thing like that.
here's that save. With the area randomizer, you do have rolling saves. So that save that he made did not erase his previous save at the top of Aqueduct. Just rolls it down 1 file. So it obviously, with the suitless loadout he's got, he could make it back to that door. It's just you're going back to that door, and then you're doing what we affectionately call the good boys. I guess now it's the cat girl's room, and then all the way back up West Meridian. So that's not what you want to do. But yeah, sandpit checks, which we don't think are in logic.
Wait,
as a
Good
community.
Boys has a room?
There's some more from last season. We'll talk about it later. They were doing
Wow, look at that Various Suit.
they were doing some silly stuff in area seed. I think it was in the 7th week, and trying to get up there without high jump. I want to say it was a mess. We'll talk. Like I said, we'll talk later. This is a reset. All of the SMZ3 players in chat know that in that hard mode that is in logic, and you can definitely do it. I don't know about space jump being necessary, but I'm assuming, especially with Spring Ball, you're probably fine. But yeah, that's the seed's not over because no one wants it to be. We're gonna go all over the place. But he also knows that Lower Warfare is empty, so I don't know. Gravity evades us even longer. Will Zost get the namesake here over in Mission Impossible? I think he's set up for it. He's got the high jump boots. There it is,
Hey,
Mission
nicely
Impossible.
done, Zost.
And the deepest out. He's running Hundo right now. That might feel good. Get him in the groove a little bit here.
Yeah, but he also took a ton of damage on that D-boost because he doesn't get any reduction from gravity.
What is over here in the left sand pit? This jump in the water, Beefy, made it look easier than a lot of people do. But yeah, that can definitely trip you up for a little while. A missile and another missile.
Double missile.
The most experienced, especially rando runners in this situation, you see that that is a go mode. He could beat the seed and never see that gravity. You've got everything that you need except for gravity. Obviously, you probably want space jump for Coliseum, but that's not necessary. And yeah, Vari is gonna give you the heat protection. You're only on 3 E tanks, but he's not going for that Varia right now. He wants Botswoon, I suppose.
Zost moonwalking into an ice beam. Very nice.
It's the little things in this game that really hook you for a long time. You know, you run to that item, you think you got it, and you turn around, and all of a sudden you didn't pick it up. So you turn on your favorite Michael Jackson song and you go there. But ice clip over here for Beef Robber. Don't take a bunch of damage from that Metroid. And we're gonna have a microwave Batoon that should be pretty safe for him here with a power suit. And Zeus wants that super missile, yeah. He's real close to ammo mode right now. That's good for him.
Skipping ammo, so which is kind of a well.
That's 40-60, yeah.
He's probably all kinds of stressed out, so there's no telling. But yeah, I mean, he's not that far away from it, so it wouldn't really be a bad idea to just go ahead and get it. And we know this; he doesn't know this, but if he did it, there would be literally no reason for him to go back to Upper Norfair.
Very interested in what Beefy's about to do, because even if you want to do this suitless, which obviously, like we said, is very much possible, like there's an entire speedrun category where you do this, you do not have 3 E-tanks, you have 8 or 9.
Right.
And the variant would have helped a lot with this. So that's what's on my mind right now. You saw the Varia, you can probably get the Varia, but obviously you're making that loop. But you're making that loop regardless.
Oh my God, Zeus is in East Meridian. Dude, this if Zeus somehow manages to find Varia very quickly, then this whole thing turns completely in a different direction.
If he knows if he can get back to wreck ship in time, which obviously that's the advantage Beefy has over him, the Phantom kill, yeah, I think like you win if you, yeah, like 3, especially with in East Meridia, I think a lot of people will tell you some meta analysis. On 1, you just kind of do the quick checks along the way to the boss, and then you check the rest later. On 3, you're maybe a little bit different, but again, you are only looking for Varia. But definitely, you could head to Aqueduct, you could save, and you could do some sand pits, and you could be in go mode. -1 energy tank, funnily enough.
So this is actually a pretty scary room right here that Zeus is about to go through.
Yeah, use that power bomb to Crystal Flash for me, and we'll feel good.
No, like he can die right here, like very easily.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That power bomb he just laid, could have been a Crystal Flash. He was at like 41 health, right?
Okay, he's good.
And farm, and then yeah, we're gonna see. Again, I'm hoping either a Crystal Flash or a nice little decent farm. But he wants to go fast right now. He's not feeling good. And there's one major that we see, the space jump. So this is gonna use what precious little health he has here to spark up here.
Hopefully it'll be an E-tank over here. That would be so clutch, dude.
Yeah, and I said space jump you definitely wanted for this full suitless play, and Beefy didn't have it going forward, but he's gonna have it going back. So yeah, I think, oh my goodness, how did this get this insanely interesting and close? Yeah, are you gonna do right sand pit first? No.
Oh, I feel like he's doing left first, maybe because possibly because of that's where the major is, you know, in Major Mine.
Yeah.
But it also might be because he wants to be on the left side of the exit.
Yeah, and no save to me says that we're just kind of doing sand pits right now. But again, I've been wrong 100 times before. Again, please be safe and live.
It's so crazy.
And yeah, we are. That's the loop. If maybe this is your first area randomizer seed you've seen, East Meridia loops onto itself. Otherwise, you would have to combine the whole of Meridia into one area, and it'd be huge and really overpowered, frankly.
No,
so safe. It's a save this time. He's probably confused like I was a few days ago. I think it might have even been in your chat. I looked at that and I'm like, all these doors that are supposed to be like green and red, they're just not anymore. And it's off. Here is right. Oh my goodness. Great Dragon fight. He's gonna spring ball jump up here. Turned off the wrong. Okay, Beefy. I understand that I said I've been wrong 100 times, but this shouldn't have been one of them. Why are we X-ray climbing? when we can spring ball jump.
Oh my god, dude. This race is so crazy. Of course, those real quick to be, you know, kind of totally like discussing what the actual situation is. The Fantoon kill that Beefy has that Zost does not actually does matter right now in terms of like time. And I don't even remember where the portal is. So Zost has 3 bosses to kill. Beefy only has 1, but Beefy has 0 suits. Zost has both, and Zost is practically in go mode, even ammo mode right now. Because I mean, I think 4070 is enough, but he can just pick up like 1 more missile or super pack, and he's totally good. So yeah, this is going to be a really interesting finish, actually.
Yeah, 47 is plenty ammo. In chat from Diduda, and I got that confirmed on my side. So the green Brinstar where he came from, New Bridge takes you to the front of Wreck Ship, and then the back. The front is at Meme Route. So while Beefy is over here X-ray climbing, he's given Zost 45 seconds to a minute to catch up when you could have just spring ball jumped. But you make decisions in life and you live with them.
You know, it's funny. I even though I signed up to calm this, I almost feel like I don't even have anything left to add to commentary. It's like I just want to sit and watch. This is so hilarious. Like, there's nothing better than a really, really, really good, interesting race where like a lot of different things are on the table, and then we are watching an incredible, incredible race.
So yeah, so Beefy's at the top. Use some grapple tech that I've never seen him before in my life to warp himself up and do some camera stuff. I don't even know, but yeah, he's he missed the gravity jump, but this is not too bad to just grapple and then get 1 spin jump, or do that because you're Beefy. You're insane. You have an immense amount of time.
No!
And this is why you don't compliment runners live on stream.
Oh,
It makes them mess up.
Good job. Good job. No! I wouldn't be able to get out of this. The fact that he can is incredible. I don't think I've ever gotten out of that a single time. Twice. What a gamer.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So we have a situation where Beefy's going again, you saw Zost, he ran through both sand pits. He just kind of picked up Varia and left. Beefy has to get back to right sand pit suitless, get the Varia suit, which is non-trivial, and then loop back around suitless. Like, this is time. A lot of time that he cannot afford to bleed right now.
Pretty fast Dragon kill given the circumstances. Zost trying to get a spike suit even though he doesn't have any energy. And not even collecting everything. What?
You would think this guy's been grinding Inner% every day in his bedroom.
Bailed out.
This seed knows exactly what the situation is, and it wants us to be on the edge of our seats for the next, I don't know, probably 15 minutes until the end of the seed, if I had to guesstimate. But this, oh my gosh. The E-Tank is officially go mode for Zost, by the way. We say in randomizer races, you do not want to be running on 3 E-Tanks. I think Zost in this situation is perfectly happy to be on 3 E-Tanks. This is wild. And, shoot, do I have this tracked? No, I don't have any of this tracked at all. Gosh darn it. Aqueduct is at Meridian map. That I know. And I guess he came in here from Highway, and it's Green Hills. Is that right?
Small nuance. I kind of wish Zost would have farmed a few of those cacks because it wouldn't have taken long at all. And he does still need 30 supers for Ridley down the line. I know he can get them, farming beforehand, but I feel like that would have been a pretty efficient way to get 4 or 5 supers right there. But that's just a small thing.
If I think you, like me, were assuming that we knew what was about to happen. We're in Plasma Beam right now. If you think this could be gravity, I guess I see that, but it can't in any setting that we will play. I think there's one randomizer that exists where that can be gravity, and it's dash recall.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, man. I am pretty confused right now. My brain is all mushed up, so I don't even know. At this point, I don't even really remember where some of these portals are. Like, can you imagine how Zost is feeling right now? Like, he probably still feels like he has no chance.
I think he would be pretty in a lot of races he would be very very smart to feel that way, and he would be correct. But right now, as Kip so eloquently stated, we got 2 suits versus 0. We got 3 bosses versus 2, but the 3 bosses is in dire straits and doing some suboptimal things for sure. But we're moving through sand, and we should hopefully be getting a Varia pickup pretty quickly on Beefy's side.
You know what, man? I know it's just week 2 of the tournament or whatever, and this isn't the playoffs, but wouldn't this be awesome if this was a best out of 3 and they had to play the next 2 right in a row? Like, more of this, please.
You said that on my crazy doubleheader on Friday night when we had seeds of probably of much more difficulty, but of maybe less intrigue than this race has turned out to give us. But yeah, if they were I think maybe you wouldn't schedule game 1 this late at night, but if they had to keep playing, they would ask the referee for 10 to 15 minutes to breathe and erase their mind from whatever they've been dealing with here for 70 minutes thus far in this race. Again, Zost found this. This was wreck ship back at the New Bridge location. And then Lower Norfair, he's going to have to find his way there. I'm not going to tell you how to get there because A, my tracker's incomplete, and B, it's going to be wrong, and he's going to go some other route anyways.
Dude, sick strat. There's Zost. That was nasty. But listen, I want to make a quick point. I'm very pro-runner. I'm not enjoying this because it's, like, bad for the runners. I'm enjoying it because there's a lot of really interesting meta intrigue here. And seriously, I think something that we don't talk as much about is, like, literal mind frame. Like, when you play in a 3-game series, which we're not going to have a 3-game series in this league format because it's teams, you know. But when you have a 3-game series and you're playing everything back to back, like, you got to shake that off real fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we alluded to that a little bit at the beginning when Zost was very flustered. You know, you are playing in a race. Nothing is settled until you see a dot done in race time, and you want to do your best. If you haven't done your best for the first 20 minutes, do your best for the next 20 minutes. That's good advice for all of us, you know, in Super Metroid and in life. You know, keep at it. You might have made a mistake or two here and there, but it's not over, and you can still do better and improve.
Nice air Doppler, by the way.
Yeah,
all the air Dopplers out there.
I was gonna say something that's maybe not true. That if you want to learn some Fantoon stuff and get better at it, watch those. But also maybe don't, because he's really good and he does stuff that's hard. But yeah, definitely just kind of fired one too many missiles there and is gonna get himself a 3 round, but not in any danger. And Beefy, he's looking at
I'm sorry.
He's looking at Aqueduct. Some more pro strats though. I will say on the left side, this X-ray, if you can just spam it, and it's basically a buffer to try and get that snail in the right place. Obviously, much better if you have gravity and you can do this clip a lot easier. Again, I am not sure this is possible, but because he's trying it, I'm assuming he can do it. But I've never seen it. That's all I'm saying.
It's still dropping power bombs and shooting super. You need those supers for Ridley, my guy. Come on.
And he doesn't have the farm beam because he reset it an hour ago. They're both confused. I'm gonna allege that at this point they're both confused why this race isn't over, because Zost knows that if you do what he did and then you just go get your power bombs at Croc, that the seed was quite fast potentially. And Beefy's like, where on earth is anything? Why is Zost not done? So Yeah, again, Kip is again, like we were pointing out, you do not want to be firing all of these supers when you're going to kill Ridley next. And every super shot is an extra super you gotta farm. But we are finally heading down a sand pit. Is it the right one? It is the right one. There's a reserve tank and picking it up. Why not?
Well, apparently there were a lot of people earlier when he first started firing off supers at Croc that were very pro, like, yeah, man, let it out. It's okay. So I don't think I'm gonna have anybody in the chat that's gonna agree with me that he should be saving the supers. But, hey man, whatever y'all got to do to get your mind right, go right ahead.
Nice springboard jump from sand. That again, this is not easy stuff that Beefy is doing. He's dancing.
Dude, this is so crazy.
Nice knowledge over here. Those are just regular bomb blocks. You can break those at any time. You can spark up. You don't wanna. Do we call that Zenny spark when you bonk it? I'm not 100% in on the lingo.
I don't know.
This is
doing disco tech over here.
Yes, a disco party. We're dancing and we're shaking our groove thing. Those does appear to have a good idea of where he's going. He did not know where that was going to take him to meme route down there on the other end of wreck ship, but now he's coming back. He's in the left side of criteria. Is this where Lornofer is or no? I'm not.
Yeah, this is Musketeers.
And then just find your way back to West Meridian for Torian, and that's your end game route. And Zost has like we said, he's on his 80% health. He's got 80% movement.
Did you guys see that hesitation? Do y'all know what that was? Did y'all see that hesitation? Do you know why he hesitated? Because he saw a super drop and he thought, hey, I might need that.
Zost got a very friendly E-tank placement there for him. Yeah. 18 supers, you're gonna shoot one at a door. Hopefully you get your speed strats on the metal pirates and get some good farming, and then you're gonna farm the rest of those pre-Ridley bugs because there's no major down here.
Loses this run to an accidental soft lock at Ridley, it is gonna be like the greatest, most hilarious situation in Super Metroid Rando racing history.
I'm gonna say something that may be controversial, but may also be true. His last save is before that Various suit. He'd have to kill Dragout again. He still wouldn't be that far behind, I don't think.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, you like a power bomb's a shame check here, just for current super ammo. He's not doing it. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, again, because it's not over. You may at this point have the idea in your mind that you have a chance. But yeah, let's see some. I want to see some great Zost movement over here. I said 80%. This is more like 100% or GT Classic type of situation for the movement. But little mistake there. Zost is he's gonna bring it home strong. That's my prediction.
Yeah, it's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle a little bit here. Yep, see, here he is. What's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle a little bit here is that both players, in terms of like micro pulling off some really crazy, like awesome strats, there's been a lot of great tech in this run. It's just that the macro stuff has been so wild that that's kind of gotten most of the attention.
Yeah, a not super slow farm. He did not go to 30. He has to fire 2 supers worth of missiles, which is 12, so that's 21 to spare. Great runner like Zost. He knows what he's doing. That's why he took those risky shots with a missile and a super. But yeah, this is
super missed.
I agree. I thought I saw one miss, but Ridley here getting dicey. You do not. So power bombs damage Ridley. If you use power bombs, you want them to be at the beginning because Ridley's AI is insane at the end and will dodge them like you've never seen anyone dodge anything.
Nice.
And If you notice that door's already flashing, it's a weird quirk of the HUD changes that currently exist on the various site, and it will be fixed later. But you do not need to collect those drops in the area rando settings in countdown only. So he could have just left. He probably wanted the drops. He doesn't have any super missiles right now, but we're headed to the end, which is something we are pleased to say.
Yeah, you know, scenes like this, it's a good example of how I'm a big fan of full countdown. I like full countdown a lot more than regular full. But even with the extra help from the, you know, knowing what how many potential majors are in a location, full countdown, in my opinion, is a little bit more high variance of a you know, situation than major, minor, or chozo, just because of the complexity of how accidentally skipping one item, location, or something like that can totally, you know, blow a situation wide open, kind of like what we saw here with you know, Beefy was, you know, kind of clearly in command, but then the accidental not checking the crab supers kind of dictated the next 30 minutes after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and as we're talking, you were talking about micro execution on both of them. That worst room from Beefy was amazing. Like he's flying around here in Lorne Warfare with the very and a screw attack. That was nice. So if Zost definitely should remember how to get to West Meridia. He spent a lot of time there. It's just over at down the or wait, I want to say Mode is just pre-aqueduct, and that'll save you the red tower stuff. And then to the bottom for Torian. 4070 is plenty of ammo in this case. Zost wanted to taunt the animals, but it's not the escape sequence. Or he missed a spring ball more likely he missed a spring ball input, but I like my option better.
Yeah, I actually really hate trying to get out of what do you call it, Alcatraz. I hate doing that with high jump boots on. Actually, in a lot of seeds, if I get high jump boots early, I actually turn them off, just because I would prefer not to do the climb with them, and I prefer not to do a lot of the early sequences with them. So it's kind of funny how some of the items can actually make your life a little more difficult in certain situations.
Yeah, question in chat about Zost running by that ship willy-nilly. In the area randomizer, going down the Turian elevator will give you a full refill of all of your ammo, and as well as your energy, even your reserve tanks if you have any. So no danger here. Even if that red door is not open, it's a red door, not a green door. So Zost just cruising. I'm hoping that we get kind of hundo strats, but you definitely can't not pick up any drops. But these should be a treat to watch over here from Zost with everything except for bombs, which only matter if you get grabbed.
What a race, man. You have got to love Super Metroid Randomizer. So many cool situations and possibilities in these seeds. This has been a real treat.
Oh, got a little bit hung up on that Metroid. And yeah, like I said, taking it a little bit safe. Of course, the one drops he tries to collect no supers after he fired 5 missiles. But yeah, this is these are some Metroid rooms that was perfectly executed for what I normally see in the 80% strats. And here in room 3 again, bit of a hiccup, but we want that ammo to be full exactly where it's at, so we can blaze through the final section of this. And again, 4070 more than enough, especially with the extra super side things. We're just gonna look at I like the new Stachio skip. I'm not sure if he's even gonna try it here. He might go with the old reliable, but at this point he's been practicing the new one so much that yeah, he's over here on the left. If you haven't watched a vanilla speed run in the past few months, different kind of baby skip. The baby will be going the opposite direction around you that it normally does. It's about a second faster, and that's as far as my knowledge goes. I don't run this game, and I'm not going to tell you about the setup and other stuff, but this is what it looks like, and that was amazing.
Zost has forgotten more tech than I've ever known. Like, this dude he knows everything. He's got it all, man.
Yeah, when you've been at the top and you want to stay at the top, that's the kind of stuff that's got to be in your wheelhouse. And like I said, this is a bit of a tour de force here through Turian. He's even going to try a speed Zeb skip where he didn't even back up to the wall because that's how good his short charges are, Kip. Showing off.
Nasty, dude.
Didn't care about down back, and man. Don't get turret sniped, and you're home free on this very, very extra super Mother Brain fight.
I like the Nestroid missiles only on Mother Brain. That's pretty cool.
So where is Beefy over here? He's in Red Tower right now. Going to the left is gonna take him. Yeah, he's gonna be headed to the top of Red Tower, which takes him to the top of West Meridia, and there you just fall down the main street. So somehow we're gonna be like 4 or 5 minutes apart at the end of this. What a wild seed to end our week into a nice little bedtime story for everybody.
Yeah, Zost has cleared Mother Brain 2 here, barring some kind of weird catastrophe. Looks like he's gonna take it down, and I think it would be fair to say that somewhere around 50 minutes ago, that it looked as though Beefy was in a very, very, very commanding position. But now at the end, like, this is actually a pretty sizable distance, like, between the finish, you know what I mean? Like, if you'd have told me Zost was going to come back, I would have been like, oh my God, it would have been like, 20 seconds.
Oh, finish, yeah.
But obviously it's just because of, when you get in rough situations with Suitless Meridian and stuff like that, it can eat up a lot of time. But really, winner, I feel like the winning or the losing is not really the important thing. I think both players need to be commended on pulling off a lot of awesome tech and like handling a really tough situation. Like, I'm very impressed with how BP played tonight.
I am in 100% agreement there. This was obviously, it's from, our omniscient, all-seeing third eye view where we have all information from both runners and we can, theory craft and not put fingers to buttons. It's really easy to say, hey, go down, get your speed booster, do Zost kind of crazy play, go to East Meridia, and it's over, right? But that's not a race thing that you're ever going to expect. Like, these runners, they had to do what they could with what they had. And unfortunately for Beefy, just never looked at Crab Supers. That would have helped a lot.
Yeah, it's also ironic that was like literally one of the first items that Zost got at the very, very beginning.
So yeah, a Mother Brain 3 fight. I was about to say I thought Zost was farther back than I normally see, but he's doing all right. Beefy with the full beam, he can very much be cavalier with this ammo and just do whatever he wants. Oh, didn't mockball that, but that would have been a sick Metroid 3, the Hundo strat right there. And there's the Hundo strat here. You just kind of fire all these things along the way. Again, like I said, Beefy, no slouch on Randomizer, no slouch at Super Metroid, some clean movement over there, and like we saw, some a bit esoteric and niche strats that he very much likes to pull off and show off for the fans.
Zost almost got the blue bomber right there.
Then he
both runners deserve some kudos for sticking with a very, very challenging and complex situation here with this seed, but. What a way to end week 2, right?
Yeah, all of us are Super Metroid fans. We've definitely been treated to some interesting and some wild and some crazy stuff over these first 2 weeks. The fun's not going to stop. I think you can definitely either agree or disagree with me, but this next week's settings might be a favorite of a lot of our top runners. And my co-commentator in the booth with me is one of the first races going on tomorrow night. So we're
facing one of my best friends IRL tomorrow. Going to be a lot of fun. Mass hysteria. I'm looking forward to pounding him into the ground. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be fun. But anyway, GG to Zost. He has finished in first place.
Yeah, Zost on the ship, headed off of Planet Zebes. Official race time 1 hour 28 minutes 45 seconds. That's a win for Southern Rod, and like Kip said, that win puts them alone at the top of the criteria division after 2 weeks. Obviously, 7 weeks, a lot of Super Metroid left to be played, but you know, you already got a target on your back being the defending champ, so you want to come out here and say, hey, it was no accident, we're here to stay, and we're still pretty good.
Oh yeah, really proud of Zost, really proud of Derp. They've started us off 4-0. I haven't raced yet in the league this season so far, but after now, starting tomorrow, I will be racing every week. So big kudos to both of them for starting us off 4-0. And we are joined by tonight's winning player, Zost. Zost, what really crazy seed. I'm sure that based on a few of 1 or 2 co-jacted missiles there in the run, I'm going to assume that you were a little frustrated at different parts, but tell us a little bit about how the seed went for you and what you were feeling.
I mean, I just wanted to crawl in a hole at 20 or 30 minutes and go away. I just wanted it to end, to be over. And then I was really frustrated after that. I thought I was going to lose, but I see that gravity was missed. So yeah, I kept like going through the same item locations in my head. I was like, I checked that, and it was like something else in that area. I can't think of it, but for some reason I just didn't see. I just didn't think of that or look at that red tower portal.
Yeah, we were gonna ask if you had like maybe accidentally, like I've done this before, where I accidentally like mark a location incorrectly or something. And we were wondering if you might have accidentally marked it wrong or something.
It wasn't that. It's just something stupid where I forgot I couldn't go up Red Tower. I forgot that I didn't go up Red Tower because I went. I think I like. Let's see. So, yeah, I guess I just got sidetracked in my mind, and I forgot that I didn't do that or that I could do that. And I was trying to, and I was thinking of everything else, and I was like, "There's nothing else. I've done everything," and I was in that dilemma for like 5 or 10 minutes. It was
Well, don't worry.
What is this?
You're not alone. Several of us have gone through, similar stuff. So it's not, don't beat yourself up too hard. Area can be very, very complicated. But tell us a little. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As it just feels bad because that's like the worst I've ever played the intro to a season.
Right, sure.
I mean, I've had some bad ones, other bad ones, but I think that's just like the worst. I got stuck for as long as I did. And it just sucks for the race, It feels bad.
Well, let's focus on a moment of joy for a minute. When you first found that gravity suit, sort of quote unquote out of logic, were you kind of like pumped up?
I didn't know it was out of logic. I don't know what's in logic.
Judging by a few of those plays you were making, that the old mother brain speed thing, and you were trying a bunch of other stuff. It seemed like you were just kind of running through stuff, but yeah, it was a crazy find followed by a crazy long wait to figure something else out.
I just want to say thank you, Zos, because you just proved my point at the beginning of the race. I made a joke about how Super Metroid runners don't know anything about logic. We just press buttons the whole time, and you just confirmed that. So thanks a lot.
The vanilla speedrunner in me coming out there. I knew that I was like certain that the old mother brain wasn't in logic there, but I was like, I don't know what else to do. So I guess I'm going back down there and figuring this out in the middle of the race.
Yeah, well,
think about it,
I gotta hand it to you though. Again, kind of all jokes aside, I think we've even talked about this a little bit with our team. It's like you just really do not know how a seed's gonna play out. And, your opponents could be going through all kinds of difficult situations too. So GG on sticking with it. And I think next week you're going to be one of our runners for full area again, but major minor this time. So what do you think about Countdown? I think this might be one of your first sort of Countdown races.
It is my first.
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
I like the mode, yeah. I didn't get a chance to practice quite as much as I wanted to. I had some more wrist problems, but I tried to watch some of the races from this week because there are a lot of races. And I enjoyed it. I mean, I like the area rando. I'm still just kind of inexperienced in it, so something that I haven't seen. I haven't seen this particular scenario really. That it was in this seed. Nothing quite like this. So yeah, it was. That's the biggest danger for me is running into something like that right now, especially right now because I haven't seen it enough seeds really.
Well,
Yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead, D-Web.
I was just gonna say the one thing, I think some people like myself kind of like it, and it's another thing that's really challenging. You could have played 200 seeds, and it could still throw something at you that maybe you or anyone else has ever seen. There was a race at the beginning of last tournament where it was an hour before we found a super missile because you had to get wave beam from Crocomire to go open wave gate. Like there are some scenarios that can be thrown at you, and you're just you got to figure it out on the fly. It's definitely a skill of randomizer, and it can be tough. It can be tough for sure.
Yeah, the situations of these is very, very unique. But GG's to Beefy on a great race. I've said this multiple times already, but really win or lose, whoever ended up winning or losing this race, we saw some really, really incredible tech tonight and some great micro. So this was a really, really fun race to watch. I'm glad that we got to comment, and hopefully we'll have Beefy join us here in just a moment. But yeah, GG's Zost, great race, man. Looking forward to week 3. And welcome in Beefy. GG Beefy, tell us how you're feeling about the seed.
Yeah, GG. Yeah, it was a seed. I was gonna say it's a horrible seed, but I think I'm the horrible player for missing grab there. I kind of just went down. I was like, oh, I'll get that when I come out of here, and then I forgot that one check existed. So
I think me and Kip both said this on comms that in spite of unfortunately missing that gravity suit, you showed a whole lot of skills and a whole lot of other stuff. So a little harsh on the horrible player, but yeah, obviously you never want to make a mistake, on the screen in the race and for your team. But you did some good stuff in there.
Definitely not a bad player, Beefy. Honestly, accidentally skipping one location doesn't really mean a whole lot, but you pulled off some sick techniques in this race. Some stuff that I've even literally never seen. And can we get an official name for that, like Beefy discotheque thing you did when you got Varia? What do you call that?
it's called the I didn't know I could do this thing, and now I do.
It was a beautifully executed spring ball jump. Out of the sand, that was. It was. I think he even got it first try. That was crazy. But yeah, this was a tough seed. You were running around it. I don't know how much you and Zost chatted, but Zost actually found that gravity suit at 6 minutes, and we were thrown out of our minds. What's going on? And then some other things happened. Zost was a little lost in the map. You were everywhere except for West Meridia, finding everything else. And yeah, the seed played out as it was. If you're interested in watching it back, it was a wild ride.
Yeah, I was thinking I had to have missed something, and yeah, I did. The Croc PBs, those were kind of funny. I didn't want it to be progression at Croc, but it's area rando. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, power bomb progression at Croc is always makes for an interesting seed for sure.
Yeah, again, both of you did a good job. You put on a fantastic show for us. If any of you want to say any parting words, give a shout out to anybody, talk to the chat. Obviously, follow these amazing runners. Zost is soft confirmed that we're going to see an 8-hour practice seed so we can get better. We're looking forward to it.
Give my hand to hold up. All I can say is thanks, everybody, and GG. I'm dead right now, so my mind is gone.
Beefy, any last words?
GG's, and thanks for the comms. Thanks for the tracking. It was a pretty fun race. I was hoping for a interesting seed, and I think I got what I wanted.
Definitely. It was, in all seriousness, it was really a lot of fun to watch. Thank you guys for putting this on, and good luck, Beefy, to y'all's team for the rest of the tournament or the league. And Zost, yeah, looking forward to week 3. rest up, man. Don't push that wrist too hard. We want you healthy for the long haul. But yeah, thanks
you.
everybody out there for watching. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm just gonna turn it over to DJ to close us out.
Yeah, once again, thank you to our runners. Got some commands in chat for our runners. Give them a follow. My co-commentator Kip, a great streamer, one of my favorites. Give him a follow. I don't stream myself, but yeah. Thanks for everybody for watching us. It's getting pretty late night here in the U.S., but again, a couple races already on the schedule for tomorrow. Stay tuned for more of that. Again, these settings are really interesting. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming at you. Week 3 of Super Metroid Randomizer League will start tomorrow, and we hope to see you next mission.